they have like signed off.
Yeah.
So you're someone who may.
I made it here kind of late, but I still had the opportunity to take the tour.
I'm a fourth-year medical student here, and I'm at Houston Baptist University.
Bye. Nice to see you. How was it? Hey.
It was great. It was on Saturday morning.
compared to like last year and things, so like it was really good like information both times. Both sides wasn't repetitive, so like.
And we learned a lot about different programs that we didn't know before, and they talked a lot about other fields other than medical school, which is really good.
Yeah, it broadened like our information, like kind of expand like what we might want to specify in as we get further in our careers.
So you tell a friend about it next time.
Yeah.
I'm in the garage trying to get out from the conference. The conference was really incredible, and actually, I had the opportunity to see her handle is Black Girl White Coats, and it's really great for me to see someone who's doing a thing. Hey, we got to go to the anatomy lab, which was really cool, and I got the opportunity to meet some pretty incredible people. It's all a part of the process, you guys. Just trust yourself and trust the process and do what you love. Like, yeah, I know the faces I'm making right now are pretty wild. So welcome, Anthony. Thank you for joining us today. And so what we're gonna talk about today is internships for pre-meds and your experience you've had with one.
Okay. So basically, a few summers ago, I did an internship at the University of North Texas Health Science Center, College of Osteopathic Medicine. It was called the SMART program, which stands for Summer Multicultural Advanced Research Training. And basically, it was an internship, tailored to people who are interested in pursuing careers in medicine and research. So through that program, we had opportunities. We got paired with a mentor, and we worked with that mentor for 10 weeks. We did research with that mentor for 10 weeks. We attended weekly seminars with the med-sci students, and the med-sci students, that's like the post-med program at the medical school there. So like, we had the opportunity to mingle with them and, pick their brains and meet the faculty and meet a whole bunch of like, dope people in that program. So that's kind of like, the basis of it. I'm sure we're gonna get into the nitty gritty a little bit later, but yeah, that's the program that I did, and it was pretty cool.
Wow, that networking is, wow, it's crazy.
It's a major key, man.
Yeah. So, how was your experience inside the labs? Were y'all inside labs doing research?
So, everyone was paired with a separate mentor, like with a separate topic. So basically how it worked was we were all paired with our own mentors, and I was actually jealous because one of my good friends, his name is Rob, he's actually applying, like interviewing now for med school and stuff like this cycle, but he was like doing surgery on like rats and fetal pigs and stuff, and I was jealous because I wanted to dissect stuff and stuff, but a majority of us were in the lab with specimens and test tubes and all that fun stuff, micropipetting, and that was what we did all day. My research was tailored toward HIV and HIV-1F proteins, which are regenerative proteins that help the spread of HIV, and that's what my mentor was working on for like 8 years. So I was doing a lot of SDS, running a lot of SDS page gels and looking at different antibodies and seeing what bind with this, what bind with that. So that's a lot of that type of stuff. So in my experience, it was cool. I mean, it was a little bit tedious, but all in all, I enjoyed it for the most part. Definitely.
Wow, that's really interesting. So how did your networking and you meeting all these fantastic people. Did it make any connections for you as soon as you left the program?
You know, one thing I will say is networking is a very, you know, broad term. When people think of networking, they think of, you know, walking up to strangers and, you know, introducing yourself and having a mixture conversation, and then, you know, hoping that, you know, they give you a job, you know, in a couple of months, or like things of that nature. I mean, networking definitely does, you know, that could happen from networking for sure. All right, so definitely, networking is, you know, subjective. You know, people feel like, you know, networking. When you hear networking, you think of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna start a conversation with this person, and hopefully, like, you know, this person will remember me, and I'll get a job or like get into a program, whatever. I mean, that happens. But in my situation, I feel like networking was pivotal and key for me to like learning about different, you know, programs, especially for minorities pursuing medicine. I was able to meet some doctors from like Harvard and, you know, these prestigious institutions. Come to find out that they're all working, you know, downtown in Houston, the medical center. You know, those types of things, like, you know, networking is very important because you never know who you're gonna run into in the future. You never know how important that person is gonna be to getting you to where you need to go. So, you know, I still contact him, you know, on a daily basis, and he's always, you know, telling me, oh, apply to this program, apply for this scholarship, you know, things of that nature.
Just the nature of meeting individuals for the wealth of knowledge that you can receive from them, and not to ask them for anything further. All right, so can you explain to us like the application process for this program?
Well, first off, when you're applying to a summer program, you should never just apply to one summer program. You should always cast your net far and wide, because you're not the only person applying to these programs. You got students from all over the country trying to get a program that fits, you know, 15, 20 students. So you got to make sure that, you know, like I said, you're applying to the main programs as you possibly can, because I mean, it's never that expensive. And also, if it's something that you really want, like, you got to, you know, have a plan A, plan B, plan C. You know, my mentality going into the application process was like, yo, I just need to get one. You know, and I felt like if I got an internship, you know, I felt like I could get it. My mentality was like, if I get an internship, you know, I can get into medical school, because it's kind of like, you know, in a way, you know, application process kind of like, you know, it's really competitive, basically what I'm saying. My program minimum GPA was a 3.25 at least, 2 letters of recommendation, and a personal statement, basically, because once those applications open, people from all over are sending them in, and you know, you want to make sure that you put your best foot forward, because your personal statement, that's really like a peek into who you are.
Also, depending upon state, I know like here in Houston, there's a couple of programs, but they're only geared to like freshmen and sophomore. So it is encouraged to apply as early as you can, and again, to apply to as many places as you can. Don't feel like you have to stay home to do these research opportunities. So can you explain to us, like, since you went away for a location, how was the financials and the logistics on finding a place to stay, and food and things of that nature?
So definitely, a lot of these programs, they offer housing for their interns. So these programs are paid. It was a tremendous help that fall, like paying for, you know, tuition, putting down payments on my apartment, all that stuff. Like, that's how much money they pay you. So definitely.
For the love, like, you get paid for the love of science. Yeah. Like, if you're all into it, and the experience and the research, and then to get paid on top of that, that's the icing on the cake, I would say. And you mentioned that your internship was at a medical school?
Yeah, so a majority of these programs, for the most part, like all the ones that I've seen, definitely they're all at medical schools. So much downtime during the program for you to shadow, for you to, believe it or not, those relationships are going to be important in the long run.
Paid internship to do what you really love to do, because I'm a science fanatic. I love science. And to the connections you make. And shadowing is really big. Actually, we're going to explore that on another video, so look forward to it. But shadowing opportunities are very hard to come by if you've never had them before. So that's an incentive all in of itself.
Definitely.
So that's great.
And so my program, like I said, you know, it was geared towards research for the most part, but there definitely are tons and tons and tons of programs that are geared towards a clinical experience and MCAT prep. And if that's something that you're interested in, you know, definitely tailor your application or your focus towards those programs.
And maybe some of our viewers may not have jobs because they're focusing on school. So this is definitely a way to get the experience and get your hands dirty, so to speak. So yeah, that's great. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
If you're looking for a program that, you know, you're there to do work, but you can also have fun, definitely I look into the SMART program. So it was a great experience.
And I don't know if we mentioned it, but like, what is the length of this program?
So the length of our program was 10 weeks. So 10 weeks that, you know, make sure that you're capable. Like, there definitely were some people, not gonna lie, that were homesick veterans. It's real life. You know, when you go to medical school, grad school, get your master's, PhD, whatever the case, what have you, there's a possibility you're not gonna get accepted in your home state or in your home city or your hometown. You're gonna have to go away. So this is definitely a crash course on what life is like away from.
Yes, and just to piggyback back off of what Anthony said, you know, tedious and tiring is our whole college career. And if you're going into medicine or healthcare or whatever field you choose to go into, you're going to have to put into the work to get there. Guys, don't give up. Don't give up. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I promise you, if you just stick to it and stay with it, it'll pay off.
Jack Kimberly said, you know, it's tedious, it's, you know, it can be overwhelming, but it's, at the end of the day, you're gonna get a lot out of it, and it's definitely worth it. So, and schools love to see you present at national conferences. So I can't stress enough, like, research can take you so many places. Like, man, I've met so many different people. I've accomplished so much just based off of what I did in 10 weeks.
That's great. That's a great way to start and end your summer. And we're going to make sure you follow Anthony's journey, and we're going to link his information below. Yeah, thank you for watching.
I was just going to add, yeah, so the AAMC, also just Google, like, whatever year it is, Google, like, that year, pre-med internships, you know, so you definitely want to be competitive, but you want to apply to many places you possibly can too. So
we're going to also link the RIT website below, and if you know of any other resources, please share them with us and comment below.
Obviously, going to medical school, God willing, next fall. So I'll be graduating with a biology and chemistry degree here at TSU.